I have a double whammy. Not only am I navigating menopause, I'm also going through polycystic ovarian syndrome, which I've had since I was young when I went to conceive my children. So it's like a double whammy of managing hormones, but it can be done. And it's really important that you have a role model that is actually living and breathing this. But I would say that this is a positive time in my life where I'm actually thriving. And that's because of the number of areas which I'm going to share with you today. So number one, in terms of my top tips, is rock solid nutrition. So whereas before you may have eaten erratically and you could get away with it, now you do need to know about the fundamentals of nutrition. And this is something that we cover in our menopause mastery course. In fact, you get a one-to-one with a nutritionist tailored to perimenopause, menopause, and your requirements. But nutrition is important because when we understand the fundamentals, we can eat right, we can keep our blood sugar balanced, which dips and is more challenging to manage during perimenopause and menopause because of the drop in hormones. It becomes even more important to get the balance of nutrients right. So we talk about this a lot in the course, and this is something that you have to address. So not in an obsessive way, in an easy, sustainable way, but understanding what your body needs, because it changes during this transition in terms of nutrients, is absolutely vital. Second is you need to be doing the right type of exercise. No good going to the gym, not turning up for your membership, and also doing the wrong things. So it's really important with your changing body, you protect your bones, your muscles, because they decline. You also need to do the right types of exercise to increase that metabolism that wanes. So having the right kind of advice around exercise and movement is also absolutely crucial. Again, something that we cover. Third area is stress management. Big module we cover around finding techniques that resonate for you, because you can't be stuck in the stress response 24/7, which statistics suggest we are. You must have that time to recalibrate your brain and your body. Otherwise, you won't be able to metabolize your food. You will hold on to fat, because basically when the body is stressed, other systems won't get their body's attention. It diverts its attention to that stress. So stress management is also absolutely crucial during the stage, particularly when, you're feeling stressed and anxious and not sleeping. So you do need that time to decompress. Number 4 is energy management. So don't think about time management, think about energy management. If you have all the time in the world, but you're being brought down by toxic people and situations, it's just no good. So you really do need to address your energy levels. You have a certain level each day, probably even less than during this time in perimenopause and menopause, because we're pulled from pillar to post, aren't we, with social commitments, careers, teens, maybe parents that you have to support. So it can be a very, very challenging time. So really important to think about your energy, but not just your physical energy, your mental energy, what inputs are being put into your brain in terms of notifications on the phone, all that kind of stuff, as well as your spiritual energy, that connection, sense of purpose, and also emotional energy, which is why we spend a lot of time on the course hacking those things in the past which are pulling you down. So if you're holding on to stuff that you haven't let go of, that can also affect your energy. Then we've got community, which I'm really passionate about, is having groups of supportive people around you that help you navigate this transition. And also when we have your tribe, that perfect set of people that can make you accountable, that can lift you up and inspire you, statistics have shown that women thrive much more during the menopause transition. They're more likely to exercise, have good, healthy eating habits, because you are the sum of the people you surround yourself by. And you've also got that accountability. So that's why I run exercise groups, because people pay memberships and don't go, but when they're accountable to a group of like-minded people, you're more likely to thrive. And then the final area is reconnection back in with yourself, reigniting your spark that you may have lost. In ancient traditions, we talk about the crone. That's the wise elder who has all of this experience to date, if you're going to your 40s and 50s, that you can use to change things for the better. So we do a lot of stuff, reconnecting, reestablishing values, and really, really connecting into who you are now, and taking the time and space to awaken and put in place new things that really support the changing woman that you are. So those are my top 6 tips for thriving during perimenopause and menopause. Address your nutrition, do the right kind of movement, manage your stress levels, balance your energy, get your tribe in place, and reignite that spark that is there by taking the time to awaken. So we have our 3-month menopause mastery program. I've got an amazing offer on at the moment, 15% off. It works out the cost of a personal training session to work with me and a nutritionist for 3 months. So imagine having this in place and your 2026 starting off knowing that you've got me there to support you, plus a community of women. I only work with 6 women at a time. So these groups are kept small. But you know, with me, if you've ever heard me talk, we change, and we change a lot. So once you've worked with me, your life won't really be the same, and we go deep. So this is the only course you need this year. I hope you've enjoyed this talk. Look out for the offer, and I hope to see you on Menopause Mastery really soon. And if not, you've just taken away 6 tips for thriving during perimenopause and menopause. Have a good day. Bye.